Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really interested in seeing is, of course, the first set of footage of this movie in the form of a teaser trailer that a lot of people are really looking forward to because it'll give us a sense of the tone of this movie and J.J. Abrams' vision of the final installment of this current trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with, of course, shot descriptions for the teaser trailer. Specifically, shot descriptions consisting of Rey running through a marketplace with an ignited blue lightsaber while being chased by stormtroopers that are operating tanks. It's described that there are explosions in the background with dozens of creatures running for safety. The next goes over Kylo Ren kneeling in front of a large burning structure. It's said that Kylo is not wearing a mask in the shot and is considered to be a rear view of the sequence. Another goes over a glimpse of Dominic Monaghan's character running with a blaster rifle in one hand, raised in the air as he leads dozens of Resistance fighters as well as pirates. They all appear to be screaming and are ready to fight to the death with nothing to lose. The last goes over a shot of both Rey and Kylo Ren standing next to each other, looking up to the sky with a large shadow taking over the shot. It said that they are both holding lightsabers and appear to be in a pause of their lightsaber duel and in shock. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I'm very intrigued about the final one. Now, the final one, I believe, is most definitely going to be a tease of the new threat / the new villain, whatever have you, that will be a part of the actual plot of Episode 9. So, how both Kylo Ren and Rey are described to be standing next to each other with both lightsabers ignited, as if they are taking a break in between their major lightsaber duel, and looking up at the sky in shock as a large shadow takes over the whole entire shot, dimming the whole entire scene. This to me sounds like that they are actually witnessing the new threat coming into the atmosphere of a specific planet. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like that, to me at least. Now, we do know that the new threat in this movie is going to make Kylo Ren feel vulnerable and is going to intervene the war between both the Resistance and the First Order. Honestly, guys, I think it's a very unique spin on a Star Wars movie to have 3 different factions fighting against each other in order to create something very, fresh and new that we've never seen before on the big screen when it comes to Star Wars movies. So that's exactly what I believe that they are looking at that's described of both Rey and Kylo Ren standing next to each other in shock with both lightsabers ignited, taking a break in their lightsaber duel. Now, it sounds a little cliche because we've seen moments like this before in other movies, not Star Wars movies, but just other movies where you have the hero and the villain fighting and then another new threat comes into play where they pause their fight or whatever have you, and you can see how J.J. Abrams is kind of drawing from that and placing it into this movie. Now, the next one that I do want to go over is Kylo Ren, a rear view of him, witnessing a burning structure. Now, what do I think about this? It's described that he's on his knees and looking at a burning structure. I believe that this is the village that both he and the Knights of Ren destroy, the burning temple. While he's on his knees, it's actually said to be a rear view of Kylo Ren witnessing all of this. I most definitely do believe that this is the burning village that we've been hearing about for a couple of months now, about the village slaughter scene on this unknown world in search for something valuable. Now, the other one that I do want to go over is the marketplace sequence. Now, it's described that there is going to be a sequence involved where Rey is running through a marketplace, which, by the way, is owned by the Dark Prince. The Dark Prince is inspired by Prince Xizor. It's not Prince Xizor, it's basically just inspired by that character. So this whole entire marketplace sequence involves stormtroopers on top of tanks firing at Rey as she's running away with a blue ignited lightsaber, and it's also described that dozens of creatures are running around in the background. Now, these creatures are actually said to be all practical effects, basically actors in suits and whatnot and animatronics. This, to me, guys, it sounds amazing. It kind of reminds me of the sequence that we got in the first act of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, as you guys may recall. But when we look at Episode 9, we do know that J.J. Abrams loves to insert a lot of action into this movie. And that brings us to the Dominic Monaghan sequence. Now, we do know that Dominic is going to be a resistance leader of some sorts in this film. And with that being said, the sequence in which he's leading dozens upon dozens of resistance fighters, all of which are screaming, along with some of Maz Kanata's pirates, as if they are ready to battle to the death and have nothing to lose at all. Now, this takes place on the large battlefield scene that we've been talking about for so very long now. And I think that Dominic Monaghan, given that J.J. Abrams originally only wanted him to appear in the first act, gave him other parts in the second and third acts of this movie. It tells us that I believe that he's going to serve a great purpose in this film and will indeed sacrifice himself at the very end of the movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to